High above the McKinley Memorial, this is the SFL on YouTube. We are in Canton, Ohio, the site for a 4-4 versus 4-4 matchup for control of the North Division. It's the Motor City V8s traveling to Canton to take on the Canton Classics. Welcome into Fatherhood Festival Field as we welcome you in. Chris Curtis, Cameron Duty in the broadcast booth, and Cameron, one of these teams is going to have control of the North in sole possession of the lead in this division when this game is done.
That's right, Chris. Man, it is good to be back with you all. Good evening, everybody. We got some Friday Night Lights planned. It's going to be great. Great matchup, like you mentioned. Motor City and Canton tied at the top. And, you know, even the winner of today's game, they can't even get comfortable. And the second place team, they are going to be even more on the hot seat with Queen City just a step behind them. So this division is tight and it is tense. So many good things to look at today. I'll give you quickly my keys to victory. I think you've got offensive red zone production is going to be key. Canton lacks a little bit in that. We need to see if they can step it up. They have 16 touchdowns, but 24 times visited. So they're going to have to try to close that gap a little bit. Motor City, they're high flying on offense. So it's going to be a fun battle here. I think we've got a lot of cool little game points to get to today, and I'm excited to do it with you, my friend.
Yep, should be a lot of fun, no doubt about that one, as these two teams get going. You mentioned Queen City nipping at the heels of whoever loses this game, and that is absolutely true. The North Division's a bit of a, one would say a bit of a mess right now as far as teams very close and close together. We are underway as Canton's going to get this ball first, as this is just inside the end zone, returnable to the 10, the 15, the 20, left at the 20, the 25, out to the 29-yard line. Canton starts at the 29. Their average field position for the season is their own 32, so pretty close to that, and that'll bring out the Canton offense.
There you go, like you said, kind of setting up about where they normally take shot at for the first drive. And like I said, offensive production is going to be huge for Canton. We know at times they have had a couple of rough patches, kind of got a little sluggish in that department. But today, with Scar Patterson and company there at the helm, they look to keep things rolling.
Yes, they do. We'll see how they do. Scar Patterson under center, along with Robert Johnson, the main quarterback and halfback combo. We'll go over the rest of the offense here in fairly short order. Single back for Scar Patterson. He'll move the tight end into motion left to right along the formation. 4-3 look on defense for Motor City to start things out. Handoff, or actually toss play to Rojo. Robert Johnson, stiff arm, has a little bit more room towards the sideline. Still stayed in bounds, still going, and finally gets taken down. Nice run past midfield as well to the 45-yard line of Motor City on the first play from scrimmage.
Yeah, that was nice. I mean, what can you say? You want to get out, you want to set a tone, and that's the way you do it. Give it to the big man, Robert Johnson, right there. And he does a nice job of stiff-arming his way and tiptoeing along the sidelines there to get that first. And that's what you need, a little bit of offensive momentum. And we got a challenge flag.
We do. I thought there might have been a step out about halfway through that run. I wasn't 100% sure, so I didn't mention it, but we get the first challenge of the game from the Motor City sideline on the first play from scrimmage. And we get to take a retroactive look at the play, brought to you by Retro. See where we go here. And didn't look like it on that angle. We'll see better here. Oh, is that?
Yeah, that's going to be close.
Yeah, not definitive in my eyes. We'll see what ref has. Nope, they do overturn it. He did step out of bounds according to the referee, so it is going to be an overturned call, and that'll bring them back across the 50 on their own side.
Yeah, definitely. You know what, though? Positives to take away from that. Good movement early on for this offensive line and for Robert Johnson there getting the ball and really going to work. That's got to give them a little bit of optimism that they can push this defensive line back.
That retroactive look brought to you by Retroid. Get your SFL console at goretroid.com. Under center, 1st and 10. They did at least get the first down, so they'll be at their own 42-yard line. Move the receiver left to right. Again, we'll go over the offense as soon as we have an opportunity. Robert Johnson on the second carry of the game gets 1 yard, no further than that. Talked about Scar Patterson and Robert Johnson. How about Geronimo Rivera, the fullback, along with Ryan Owens, Mike Twinscrew, Al Dillapre Sr., that is Andrew Gibson, and Bob Long, your wide receivers for Canton. And then it is Jack Wall, the tight end for this offense. Under center. Hand off Robert Johnson again. He's going to rush through the middle, have to make a turn upfield, and will do so. He'll get 7. Make it 3rd and 2 coming up. Canton coming in the highest efficiency in getting to 3rd down on offense. Over 100 times they've been to 3rd down, and they've also converted a little over 60 of them. So they've been pretty decent in that department. On 3rd down here, right side, and Robert Johnson's taken down. They don't get it here. It'll be a Canton punt. Motor City makes the stop.
Wow, what a big stop right there. Let's give them a nod. That was nice because it looked, Kane Vasquez, by the way, coming up with that tackle, the strong safety there. It looked like this thing was quick to maybe go off the rails the way they were moving the ball, but nevertheless.
Good work from the Motor City defense making that stop, and this will be a punt end over end. Going to try to pin the V8s deep in their own side from the 10-yard line, and tackled there at the 11. Nothing doing past that. And that'll bring up the Motor City offense here in fairly short order, led by Michael Brown. He is the main quarterback for the V8. You'll see flashes sometimes of Ibrahim Krieta in that spot as well. Christopher Dean, the fullback, along with Bill Sherry. That is the 2 fullback combo they use instead of having a halfback at all. And we'll go over the wide receivers in a moment. 1st down and 10. That is from the right side using the physical play, and that is going to be Christopher Dean, his first carry of the ball game. We mentioned Bill Cherry, the other fullback. He was in the traditional fullback spot there. Johan Sutherland, Noe Terrazas, Guy Clausen, and Shane Kaufman, along with Phil Koss, Azami Mihata, and Julian Gusters, the wide receivers, and 3 tight ends for the V8s. I formation look. Handoff Dean again. He's got a 1st down and more. Broken tackle out to the 27-yard line.
So it's obvious coming right out of the gate, both of these teams are going to want to be very run heavy, at least to begin this game. And I think that's pretty good. That kind of gives you a gauge at where you're at right now. And the more you get that run game working, that helps your pass game too.
I'm going to check that. That was Bill Sherry, his first carry of the ball game as they alternate this time. 1st and 10 for the V8s. It's Brown over the middle. That one's caught. Not much to it, to the 35-yard line, maybe the 36. And that is going to find the tight end Izami Mihata for the first reception of the game.
Yeah, it definitely did. And that's going to set up a much more manageable 2nd and 1. He just kind of took what the defense gave him.
7 and 11 just underway here in Canton. I formation, nothing doing. Real good job on defensive line penetration there to get to the runner and bring him down. That's Kanye Rockefeller, the safety, came up to make the stop.
Yeah, and along with Mark Gronick as well, those two can wreak havoc and really stay in a lot of these football players' dreams at night. I guess we shouldn't call them dreams, call them nightmares.
I like it. Kanye Rockefeller, 1 interception away from 75 all time. Blitz play on the run, doesn't matter. That is a Bill Cherry 1st down as he'll get to the 41-yard line, still in Motor City territory, but real good run to convert the sticks.
You're exactly right, Chris. That was a great run because it looked like it was going to be stopped in the backfield. Canton came off the line with really good pursuit. It was just the will to overcome, honestly.
1st and 10 for Motor City. Hand off again through the middle. Christopher Dean gets himself 5 more yards. 2nd and 5. 6:15 left in this first quarter. And Motor City starting a decently, physical drive, I think is what we'll call this. Kind of a blood-sucking drive. Take the energy out of the crowd.
Indeed.
Offset eye look. This is a weak eye look for the V8s. They'll move the tight end in motion. 4-4 look on defense for Canton. And off again, trying to get them to the outside, still remaining on his feet for as long as he can. But it wasn't as long as they wanted to. Rockefeller, again, another tackle, his 2nd.
Now, what this does is just put them in an interesting situation, and they're not taking long in the huddle, if you notice, Chris. Pretty
No.
quick off the draw here. Whether they run or not, they're definitely trying to keep Canton on their toes.
Yeah, definitely a quick transition from play to play, no doubt. This will be another run through the middle and nothing doing again. As Canton comes up and makes a nice stop. Kanye Rockefeller been the defensive player on this drive for sure. 3 tackles.
That was nice. I mean, like you said, we knew we would call his name pretty often already, a couple times in this opening drive, and a drive killer for sure. It looked like, again, they were moving the ball nicely, only to be stopped.
So 4th and 2, and it'll be Canton getting the ball back here in short order. Back at the 14-yard line, attempts to return it, gets to the 16, and no further than that. So Canton starts out this next drive as this will be a chance after the Andrew Gibson return for them to maybe put some adjustments on. See if they maybe get Scar Patterson more involved, get the ball down the field using his arm.
I think that would be really good to see. If anything, maybe some screen passes. That's something that Canton usually does a lot of to Kane Hunter. Maybe we'll see that this time around.
1st and 10. Handoff through the middle. That's a nice alleyway to run through. Robert Johnson gets himself a cup. They said 2nd and 8. I thought he had more room than that, but either way, it is a 2-yard gain.
I'm with you. I agreed as well. I thought he had a little bit more than that, but nevertheless, they must have seen something that we didn't. Now, it is interesting. Both teams so content right now on attacking the run game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, both of them want to play a more physical brand of football. See if this goes over the middle and it's intercepted. What a reaction over the middle of the field from Nicholas Warner, who came up and make that interception. They had no time to react and still made the play. Motor City in business.
Such credit to Nicholas Warner, because I don't know how he was able to get set in time to make such a quick adjustment. That was incredibly impressive. Patterson that ball barely left his hands, and it was right in the breadbasket of Nicholas Warner. What a great defensive play, and all of a sudden the tide has turned, Chris.
Yes, it has. How the turns table, and all of a sudden we have a Motor City red zone opportunity. See what they can do with it. Michael Brown under center, 2 to the left, 1 to the right. It is a handoff for, the ball's on the ground, and it's picked up by Canton. 2 turnovers on 2 plays, and don't look now, but Canton takes it right back.
That's why you love the SFL. It's never out of reach. I mean, anything can happen, and usually does. Take a look at this right there. Pops it loose. King Jamal comes up with the recovery. I believe that was Kevin Brackett who actually punted that one loose.
Yes.
So, man, great defensive stuff all the way around. So, like you said, all of a sudden, how the turntables.
Yes.
I love a Michael Scott reference, by the way, Chris. So you get bonus points on that one, buddy.
I like it. Canton starts off there, now 3rd possession. Sudden changes on both sides of the ball. This will be over the middle. Same play that netted them the interception, but this one is complete over the middle of the field. Make it a 7-yard completion. That one to Ryan Owens.
That was gutsy. I mean, you talk about shaking off a mistake, go right back to the same play that pitted you in that situation prior. Well, that was pretty good. At least this time it works for positive yardage.
Yeah, indeed. I formation look for Patterson. 4-3 on defense for Motor City. Handoff. Chance for a first down. Got the first down, and that is going to work well. That's Robert Johnson. No, that's actually the backup, I believe, 37 on the field for that run, and it is going to be a 1st and 10.
A nice job, and really, obviously, they are very, very meticulous at the moment, wanting to get everybody involved, from both the starting halfbacks there, even to the fullback, and now to a player coming off the bench. Very interesting.
Toss play right side. That one's Rojo, and that is going to be a 2-yard gain. Nothing more than that. Good work by Kane Vasquez coming up to make the hit.
Yeah, really nice open field tackle right there. Very impressed with that.
Johnson is the solo back on this 2nd and 8 scenario. Got to get it to the 41-yard line. 3:05 left here in the first quarter. Moving Mike Twinscrew from left to right across the formation. There's Rojo through the middle. Not much doing. He does get 3. make it 3rd and 5. If you're new to the Simulation Football League, welcome. The SFL is football for everyone. Get off the sideline and start your player today by joining our Discord server at simulationfl.net. Click the Join the Community button and begin your career, or just to meet the stars of the SFL on and off the field. It's never too late to get involved. 5 wide for Canton on 3rd down. Quarters look on defense. They'll move 4 receivers to the left side of the formation and overload that side. Throws. Got a catch out there at the 50-yard line, 1st and 10. That is ideal for the Canton Classics. Al Dillapre Sr. catches the pass from Scar Patterson.
That really is classic Canton. You saw the defense of Motor City there bringing pressure, but the offensive line picks it up nicely, and Scar Patterson just has enough time to stand in there and throw a nice one to his, really probably his main target. We hear Dillapre's name called quite a bit in those 3rd down situations.
Big 3rd down conversion there. 1st and 10 for the Classics. This will be a toss play to the right side again, and that is a 1st down and more out to the 34-yard line of the Motor City V8s, and it is Taranio Rivera with the carry.
Yeah, I mean, and look at what that one pass play does. All of a sudden, the run game gets a little bit of steam, a little bit of really just rhythm is what it called for right there. And after a lot of clunky kind of running plays, starting to feel a little bit more fluid here for Canton.
16 yards on the run, 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Another handoff, this one for Robert Johnson. He will gain a yard and go no further than that. Already 90 seconds left in a very fast-moving first quarter in a scoreless game. I think we expected a great many things out of this game, but a low-scoring affair, not necessarily one of them. 54.5, the over-under from Jack's data as well.
Yeah, exactly. I thought we'd see a little more high-flying offense, but that could still be to come. This may be a precursor.
Yeah. Fair enough. Calm before the storm, I suppose. That's Robert Johnson, gets the carry, gets 1 more yard. 3rd and 8. They are in long field goal range for Rob Ems if they decide to go that way, but 3rd down on the horizon.
I would like to see them personally kind of attack 2nd down a little bit more, maybe go to the air a little bit more often so they're not backed into a 3rd and 8, 3rd and 10 situation.
Another 5 wide set. They'll move the far receiver into the 4-pack on the left side now. Overloading again that left side. Over the middle. That one's caught again. 1st and 10 at the line to gain. It's Ryan Owens, his 2nd catch.
It's so impressive. Like I said, you don't always feel very comfortable in 3rd and 8 or longer, but they right now seem pretty happy with the formations they've got working up. Now you got Ryan Owens right there, who I believe showed a little bit of motion, as you can see, just before the snap, just enough to kind of get in underneath that cushion right there that Motor City had given them and make a really nice reception. And a good throw by Patterson as well. He's doing nice today.
Yeah, 17 seconds left in this first quarter. I wonder if we'll see another play before the end of the first. Looks like we might. 12 seconds left. They're in the split backs, and they will run a play. This will be to Rivera on the outside. Another toss play. He's got a 1st down and more out to about the 7-yard line. I think they might give him the 6 or the 5 as he steps out of bounds and stops the clock with 6 seconds to go in the first.
Yeah, and that's the only thing that stopped him. He had a head of steam, and they just kind of cornered him there along the sidelines and pushed him out. A really nice job. You can tell that after a big pass play, it seems like the run game really begins to open up for Canton. And, boy, we've got a fun 2nd quarter ahead. Canton now moving the ball here.
Yep, and they do indeed end the first quarter, so it does not stop the clock, actually, as he is sent out. It is a scoreless game in Canton. Motor City backed up against the wall on their first red zone defensive try. Chris Curtis, Cameron Duty in the broadcast booth with you today, and a hearty welcome to Fatherhood Festival Field as we have the first game of the week on tap. It is the 2nd quarter of Canton and Motor City. Canton knocking on the door for their first points of this football game. That's a handoff. Robert Johnson has a little bit of room. Got to break this tackle. He does and gets in. That is a Canton Classics touchdown.
Oh, my goodness. What a nice play. And in my opinion, I felt it coming. They have been really successful kicking it out to either the left or the right side right there. One, he did a good job of avoiding his own blocker right there. I expected to see him kind of have to shake off a couple defenders. Well, one of them included being his own offensive lineman. They about got tripped up there. But a nice job of Robert Johnson staying focused, knowing he needed to get to the end zone. He cut the corner great, and Canton has to feel really good about coming off of that interception there, getting the ball again and going down the field.
And this will be up and good from Rob Ems to put a touchdown on the board for Canton. That is exactly how they wanted that to go. Nice long drive to put some pressure on to the Motor City V8s. That drive, 11 plays, 80 yards, that capped off by the scamper from Robert Johnson. So here we go. It's going to be a kick back to Motor City as they get the ball back here in fairly short order. This will be touched back in the end zone, and that is where Michael Brown and company will start their next drive. Good stuff on the offensive lines from both these teams as well. We'll talk about Motor City's first. John Smith, the center, Phil, and Bill McMillan, the two tackles for the offense for Motor City. We'll touch base on Canton when they come back out. Far side formation look for Motor City on first down. Defensive line spreads out. Linebacker creeps up into that spot, looking like they might send him on a blitz. They will. Linebacker blitz, and taken down behind the line of scrimmage is the runner. Christopher Dean loses about 4.
Yeah, to Mike All. Big Mike, let's call him. 6'6", 269. He wasn't fooled at all on that play. Came right through and made a big-time play. I tell you what, Canton has showed up to play today on both sides of the football.
Yeah, very good tackle for loss for Mike Hall. 2nd and 14 at the 15-yard line, about the 15 and a half for the V8s. Brown looks, plenty of time in the pocket. Time elapses, and it's caught downfield. Plenty of time to let that route develop, and they get exactly what they needed on that long ball. It is Shane Kaufman's first catch of the game.
That is an awesome response to what was a big loss. Instead, he just stands in there. Great job by that offensive lineman. They built a wall around him, and he was able to deliver a great shot. And Kaufman, of course, getting open there along the slant. Very fun to see him coming across the field like that. You just had a feeling that was the connection that they were looking for.
That is perfect from Motor City. Exactly how they drew it up. I formation look on first down. From the 38, over the middle. That one's caught as well, just in front of the safeties and over the head of the linebackers. That is perfectly placed as well. It's Guy Clausen, the wide receiver.
Yeah, great job by Clausen right there. And take a look at Mike Brown again, all the time in the world. And as you could see right there for Canton, they saw it. Mark Gronick knew what way he was going with that, but he bit just a little bit too late and couldn't get to him to cover the pass in time.
Canton smells run. Motor City may very well be doing just that. And it is. Nope, play action. This is a dangerous ball. Right side, and it is incomplete. That looked like the route was jumped. And Motor City fortunate that one hits the ground. Phil Koss is the intended target.
Yeah, they really were. That looked like it was turning into a dangerous play for one. It looked as if Canton was closing in, starting to breathe down Michael Brown's neck there. And then in the end, they're lucky that one did fall harmlessly to the ground.
2nd and 10. It's a strong eye pro that turns into a weak eye pro with the tight end switching sides. Handoff through the middle. It's Christopher Dean, has some room. First down and more out to the 31-yard line. This is turning into a nice drive for Motor City, trying to answer the touchdown drive for Canton. They're in field goal range.
Doing a very nice job, like you said, Chris. Again, great response by them, knowing they're down by 7. They need to come back with a drive of their own. A really nice mix of run and pass right here, not being too heavy on the other. And one thing that you can see about Motor City, moving the ball at a much quicker pace than Canton as well. That's something to keep an eye on if it comes down to limited clock time.
Yeah, pace of play is important. This will be another handoff on first down. Room to go on the right side. Make it 6 yards, and Christopher Dean with another one.
Yeah, absolutely. Finally, Rockefeller there coming in on the tackle. They're beginning to get a really nice, fluid rhythm to this drive.
Yeah, they're looking much better. Michael Brown is under center. 4-3 look on defense. Handoff through the middle, nothing doing. Real good defensive line penetration again, and that is perfectly done by the linebacker on that run blitz. Kevin Brackett's all over.
Yeah, Kevin Brackett, 6'4", 245, his first season here with Canton, but doing a really good job of stuffing the hole in.
Another third and medium. Handoff right side, and a first down. Nice run, better blocking. Christopher Dean converts, and they're 1st and 10.
That's exactly right. It looked like Canton pretty much had that one read really well, to be honest with you. But again, just great blocking and some good running there really was what made the difference.
2 to the right, 1 to the left. Dime look on defense for the Classics. Handoff, left side, a couple yards. Christopher Dean again with a 5-yard gain. And Motor City, they want to be physical just like Canton does, and they're showing it right now.
Yeah, they do. Brackett, again, also there with the stop on that one, Chris. And again, look at this tempo that we're noticing. Not very long in the huddle at all, breaking very quickly.
They are indeed. They have a plan, and they're executing it to exactly how they want right now. Extras on the defensive line, and a run through the middle. May not matter. They're going to give him 1st and goal on the run. Bill Cherry got it. I'm not sure I agree with the spot, but they'll give it to him anyway. 1st down.
Yeah, I would be surprised if we don't see a challenge flag on that one. It doesn't look like we're going to, but nevertheless, getting the spot there and 1st and goal to go.
Ford tries to get it in. Another blitz coming. Brown in trouble, taken down. That's a big-time sack, a 5-yard loss, and a 2nd and goal coming from the 15.
So Mark Gronick says, well, if you're going to give the first, I'll just take the yardage back. And a really nice job right there. Take a look at that. Oh, man, what pursuit. Now, that's what you love to see, someone just going in, literally crashing into that line of scrimmage and taking down the quarterback. He didn't have time really to even set his feet to look for someone.
2nd and goal. They'll get it from the 13-yard line on forward progress. Motor City trying to tie this game up if they can. They'll move the fullback left to right. Dean is in the backfield. Brown to throw. Time in the pocket. Now we'll heave it. End zone, and it's picked off. End zone interception. Canton gets the ball back, and it's King Jamal.
Well, how about that? I mean, you know, you think the tide is turning. You feel like Motor City is finally, they've got this established drive, and then that Canton defense comes in, and it's a good defense. We'll take a look at the stats in a little bit, but, you know, coming into this game, they're very impressive, very good at defense. And King Jamal right there showing what they can do. Canton right now, a good job in 3rd in points against. I mean, showing you really that they can lock down bend but don't break mentality, Chris.
From their own 20 is where the Classics will start this drive out. 1st and 10, 4 wide. Handoff. Left side, going to try to move the pile, and he's taken down behind the line of scrimmage. That is a 1-yard loss again. Vasquez comes up to make the play.
Yeah, nothing doing on that play. And I don't think that it's too far out of the possibility to even mention, Chris, that the way that they slowly and methodically move the football, they could run this clock pretty far down towards halftime.
Yeah, absolutely agree. Motor City going to get the ball back at the start of the 3rd quarter. Blitz play thrown quickly, and that's a one-handed grab from 5 yards away for Ryan Owens. It's 3rd down.
Yeah, that was a very quick little play. Got him some nice yardage, obviously set up. Not really going for the home run, just wanting to make the 3rd down a little bit more manageable here, and that was very beneficial in doing that.
This will be an opportunity for Canton to add to their league-leading total of first downs on 3rd down. Patterson, throw, right side, or over the middle. That one's caught. Right at the right hash mark. It's Ryan Owens again, 2nd catch in as many targets.
Yeah, Owens again. And you take a look at the stats coming into today's game. You've got Canton 27th in passing yards, 9th in rushing yards per game. So that tells you where their game is really heavily rooted at. But it plays like this, these nice little 8, 9, 10-yard routes that they do so well. No, they may not have the deep ball, but they really do a nice job in the middle of the field and in that 10 to 15-yard range.
1st and 10 for Canton. Motor City going to spread out the defensive line a little bit. They're not thinking a run through the middle, it looks like. And their wish is granted. Over the middle, tipped and incomplete. That was nearly picked off. Defensive lineman moved back in coverage and nearly brought that thing back down. That's the linebacker, Matthew Holford.
Yeah, and that 6'7" was, his height there really was an advantage of that, getting up there to swat that one down. Scary, as a matter of fact, for all Canton fans out there. You certainly get concerned when a ball goes fluttering like that through the air.
Two tight ends on the right side here. Looks like it might be a run to that side. Nope. It'll go to over the middle again. Quick little pass. Efficient play calling, efficient play execution, and Ryan Owens with his third catch in a row.
And it's obvious they like that play on second down. If they don't get the look that they want on first, they come back to that quick little zinger, I guess you'll call it, to pick up just some quick yardage to set them up for third down. Nobody in the backfield.
Yeah, this is an empty formation. 3 to the left, 1 to the right. Looking to throw it. Patterson backs it up. Time, now heaves it. Right side, and caught all the way down to the 28-yard line. What a bomb downfield. It's Al Dillabreeze Sr. catching that fastball.
It was so impressive. And like I said early on, Chris, you know that he's going to look for Dillapre on those third downs. First off, Patterson, a great job of rolling out, buying himself more time and allowing Dillapre just enough time to get open. But that was huge. Sometimes a guy like Dillapre, you know it's coming, but sometimes you just can't stop it. That's just great ability on their part.
3.5 minutes left in this game. Ryan Owens still your leading reception haver for Canton. 5 catches on 6 targets, 44 yards roughly. They'll move Dillapre to the left side of the formation. 1st and 10, they're in field goal range. This is a handoff to Robert Johnson. Breaks through 1 tackle, tries to break through 3. He didn't quite work out. 3-yard gain along the left side.
No, not quite. But, boy, they're putting a really impressive drive through, Chris. I mean, they're down to 3 minutes here in the second, and no hurry. Take a look at that. We saw Motor City breaking the huddle quick. Canton, like they're on a Sunday drive right now.
And this is a definite time-eating drive. Patterson, right side. That one's caught. Another one over the right side, and that is right in the breadbasket of the wide receiver, Bob Long, 85.
Yeah, that was very nice. Look at Lung right there getting open, and really he knew he was going to take a shot, didn't he? Take a look at that. He gets a good spear by Mark Kaufman, but anyway, he went up for it, climbed the ladder, and come down with a great reception.
He knew what was coming. 35 seconds away from the 2-minute warning. 1st and 10, Canton. Starting to see some end roads on this drive potentially from the 14-yard line. 2 to the right. Handoff. Robert Johnson going to try to move left across the formation with the ball, and he's going to get taken down. They're going to give him a yard. I'm not sure I agree with that, but it is what it is.
Now they're really trying to hammer that left side right now. They feel like they've got something brewing there that they might come bust open. But Motor City doing a really nice job of counteracting there and have really stuffed the line of scrimmage.
And that is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. We are 120 seconds left to halftime, and Canton is knocking on the door already with a 7-0 lead and the ball in the red zone. Ready to go again. 2 to the left. Tight ends off to the right for Canton. From the 13.5 roughly. Thrown by Patterson and caught again. Another dangerous ball, but it's right at Ryan Owens. You're right. They do love that play. That's the 3rd time this drive they've run it.
Yeah, on second down each time, by the way, Chris. That is really interesting. They're really perfecting that route almost a little bit too much. I'm afraid that on their part, the defense may get pretty wise to it, but it's worked for them each time.
2 to the left, 1 to the right on 3rd and 2. Got to get it to the 4-yard line for a first down. Handoff. That's a drop play up the middle, and he's in for a score. Oh, what a run for Geronimo Rivera on the fullback draw, and it is a Canton touchdown.
As a football fan, there's sometimes you just want to step back and think, yeah, that's pretty cool, and that's one of those plays. Man, they really sold that well, didn't they? I mean, I thought they were going to go past, and then they come up with the draw, and a great job of Rivera there, just running head first, head of steam. And he was rolling by that point. They got their arms around him to tackle him, but he was not to be denied. Great play.
Well, that was perfectly done with just less than 90 seconds left in this first half. Kick up from Rob Ems is good, and it's a 14-0 score line from a Canton offense that's done pretty well this season. Another rushing touchdown for them.
Definitely, and in my opinion, we get to watch a lot of football throughout this SFL season. This is the most cohesive that I think I personally can remember seeing this Canton offense so far.
Canton came into the game 14 total rushing touch, or 12 total rushing touchdowns. No, sorry, 14, ranked 12 in the league in rushing touchdowns. The flag on this, probably a block in the back. We'll see where it is. It is indeed. So a clipping call is what they'll call. Essentially same thing, block in the back, and that will be the pushing Motor City back to their own 13-yard line. We'll get back to Cameron Irvine at SFL HQ in a moment after this first down play. There is an update waiting. Right now, it's Michael Brown and this Motor City offense. Seven on the play clock. A lot of time taken here. Here we go. Michael Brown over the middle. Quick little crossing pattern. Nothing much doing there. 2nd and 8. Now, back to Cameron Irvine at SFL HQ.
Thank you, Curtis. Baltimore is in Charleston tonight. Warren Murray got hurt early in this game, and it hasn't mattered. Jack Wigmore has 3 passing touchdowns in the first quarter, and Baltimore leads 21-0. Back to you, Chris.
Wow, Baltimore off to a really hot start. Motor City with another short pass play here on 2nd down. Make it 2nd and 5 after only a 3-yard completion there. So now they create a 3rd down scenario where they really need something downfield a little bit. Noe Terrazas, a couple catches in a row.
They do. Really interesting. It doesn't look like they're willing to, or should I say they have much urgency at this moment. But yeah, you definitely want to look downfield. You don't want to let these couple seconds here get away from you.
3rd and 5, 30 seconds left. Motor City still taking their time. It looks like they might be content just to leave it. Now they'll throw. Out of the pocket. Moving left is Brown. Throw right side across his body. That one's caught. And no, it is incomplete. I thought for sure he grabbed that. King Jamal came up to make the hit and take the opportunity away. 4th down. And Motor City likely going to have to punt this away.
Yeah, I think he did have that ball. King Jamal just said, no, we're not doing that. And another good play by the strong safety.
A ball intended for Phil Cost, the tight end. And his punt is up and gone. Owens back deep for the return. He'll have it to the 40. Make it the 50 and across midfield to the 48-yard line is what they'll say. And actually not Phil Cost. Thought that he was returning kicks. Nope, that honor goes to Andrew Gibson.
Well, I'm so interested here. You get a decent return. You got 8 seconds to go. Do you take a shot? Are you content with just letting the clock run down? I don't know. Maybe it's the high roller in me that makes me want to think, maybe see if you got something downfield. You are up 14 after all.
Yeah, this feels like it should be a run, though, the way they're lining up. It's an I formation, heavy set. And I think they'd be content to go into the locker room with a 14-point lead. It will be a run. That's Robert Johnson stopped at the line of scrimmage, and that is going to be a timeout called by Canton. So they will take one more shot at it here. Didn't think we'd see a timeout, but here we are.
Well, I didn't either. I thought, if anything, we might see a slant or a post pattern towards the sidelines to see if they could get maybe 15 or so quick yards or call a timeout, but nevertheless, they went with the run here. Now I'm really interested to see what they do.
Split backs? Interesting. Yeah. Okay. Not exactly Hail Mary type formation here, and they'll run it instead. So it's like they called the timeout and then changed their mind, and then that is going to... They called another timeout.
Yeah, called another. Okay. Interesting.
Okay.
Well, it's kind of different, obviously. But, I guess maybe they feel like they want to maybe make a jab at it without turning the football over and forcing some sort of a interception or a run back. Maybe they're hoping that, the running back breaks loose and gets something. I don't know. Really neat. Really unique.
Yeah, I'd say interesting to say the least. We'll see what they do. It is another handoff. It's Robert Johnson. He's got some room this time. Breaks a tackle, 2 tackles, and still stays on his feet, and eventually gets hog-tied down, and he will end the first half with a decent run, and that'll do it. So the second quarter comes to a close. Robert Johnson closes it with a pretty decent run, getting all the way down to about the 25-yard line, all told, but that is going to finish things up with this first 20 minutes of play. It is the Canton Classics up 14-0 on the Motor City V8s, and I give the open floor to Cameron Duty here. Give us your recap of what this first half has given you as far as quality of play in them.
Well, thank you, Chris. I've had a really enjoyable time watching this Canton offense absolutely control and dominate that first half. All Canton on defense and offense. Really, yeah, Motor City did get the interception to start the game, but after that, the Classics really kind of reeled themselves in, and with Robert Johnson, as well as some great plays by Scar Patterson, coming up without Dillipre Sr. On the other end of those passes, they've done a nice job in today's game. And for Motor City, they've just not been able to get anything going. There hasn't been a really good rhythm. They had the one good drive. It ended up in the interception that King Jamal snagged right there in the end zone. And after that, they've been derailed. For this second half, look for them to make some adjustments. And for the Classics, my opinion, keep your foot on the gas. You're doing really good right now, probably playing some of the best offensive football you've played this year.
Yeah, see what they can do. It's Motor City and Canton back inside Fatherhood Festival Field, and we welcome those of you just joining us. And for those of you just joining us, where you been? It's been a pretty decent game so far. It looks to be a pretty entertaining second half on the way. Motor City going to get the ball to start the second half of play. Chris Curtis, Cameron Duty in the broadcast booth, along with Cameron Irvine, our producer. Statisticians in the truck as well. Appreciate those of you guys hanging out with us and being a part of this broadcast crew. We are underway. It's an immediate return, and it's a good one. Back to the 27-yard line. That's a good start for the Motor City offense, a start that they need as Sutherland gets the return back.
They do, and if they can come down here, I know Canton's got a really stern defense, but if they can come down here and put some points on the board, specifically a touchdown, changes the complexion of this game entirely.
1st and 10. Motor City getting points here would be beneficial. When comeback they want to have. It is a blitz, and it's picked up really well. 1st down and more to the outside and downfield towards the 49-yard line. That is Phil Koss, the tight end, his first catch today, and Motor City moving downfield on 1st down.
Yeah, and I like that play call right there. We saw him go run heavy on 1st down in the first half. There's kind of maybe a little bit of a sign of change anyway, some adjustments coming out of the locker room. Going to try a little bit more passing and attack this defense. I like it.
Phil Koss' first catch on 2 targets so far in this game. 1st and 10. Over the middle, Brown finds his target. That's a tight window inside triple coverage to bring that one in. Kaufman makes the catch, and it's another 1st down.
A great job by the rookie right there, Michael Brown. He had no margin for error. Take a look. It's about a 3-step drop, and he throws into triple coverage, basically, but somehow threads the needle, and a great reception on the other end.
9 and 10 left here in the second quarters. In the third quarter, just underway in the second half. Brown backs up, moves out of the pocket, throws across his body again in a short route that is completed. Mihata comes up with the grab, and it's 2nd and 4.
Totally different from what we saw the first half. Now, all of a sudden, 3 straight passes, getting 3 different receivers involved. You had, Koss and Kaufman and now Mihata. So spreading the ball around, looking to wear this defense out a little bit.
Handoff, right side, trying to get there. Goes over the defender, nearly gets a 1st down out of it, but didn't quite get it. Bill Cherry, first fullback carry of the second half, 3rd and 1.
Yeah, and you kind of expect them to just line up here and run straight forward, but, okay, got a challenge here.
They're going to challenge a spot of the ball, I do believe. See where this goes, but it's going to be a tough look at it as Motor City uses their second challenge of the game.
It is. 2nd challenge, and Of course, you know, if it doesn't get overturned, that's a loss of a timeout, and that could be big right now.
I think they're trying to basically argue that he got the first down by not hitting the ground until he was over the defender. Retroactive look brought to you by Retroid. Get your console today at goretroid.com. We'll see what it is. So it is overturned. Motor City, 2 for 2 on challenges. They'll get a third, but it did not give them the first down. So now you look at a 3rd and 1. So it got him a little bit closer, but not enough for the first down. No timeout taken away, and they do win the challenge, so at least they have a 3rd one.
Yeah, exactly. So they will still have an opportunity to go back to it again, and right now you expect them to line up and run here, right down the middle.
Yep. This is exactly what Motor City's run game is built for. Handoff through the middle. Did he get it? He did. They're going to say he got it. Bill Cherry with the conversion, at least for now. I think we might see another challenge here because it did not look like it, and that is exactly what we will see. Canton is challenging the spot of the ball, trying to take away this 3rd down conversion, and I think he's going to win.
It's like the Oprah show. You get a red hanky, and you get a red hanky.
Don't forget to pay your taxes on all the red hankies.
That's right. I do think this is a good challenge, though. I don't feel like he got really close. Now, I could be wrong. I can't really tell from that angle.
Yeah, that angle made me question things. We'll see it here. I don't think the ball. No, there's nothing definitive there, I don't think. No. I don't think you can overturn it based on that. There's no way. We'll see. They overturned it again. So yeah, that's exactly what we thought it was going to. So the essentially Canton gets the challenge win. They're 1 for 1 on challenges, and it takes away the 3rd down and 1 conversion, makes it 4th and inches. 3 overturned challenges so far today, and Canton gets the better of this one. That retroactive look brought to you by Retroid. Again, get your Retroid console at goretroid.com. 46 yards from the right hash to get Motor City on the board. It is up, and it is through. No issues there for Caleb Richards. The Motor City kicker caps off a 6-play, 43-yard drive.
And I'm so interested to see if that is a play, that challenge, that stop on 3rd down to negate them from a drive that looked like they were easily moving the ball down towards the end zone to a field goal. If that's something that we end up talking about later in this game, Chris. Nevertheless, a really good kick, important to get points on the board. But wow, we may be circling that play when we look at the recap. It feels like it has that type of potential to it.
Yeah, now it turns a 7-point deficit potentially into now an 11-point deficit for Canton. And Canton gets the ball back as we play here in this 3rd quarter. That's going to be down to the 27-yard line. So a halfway decent return again for the Classics. And we will get first down for them going in short order. Fall is here. With it came the start of cold and flu season. Help the immune system gain an edge by feeding the good bacteria in your gut. Give the world's greatest probiotic or prebiotic snack, Gutsy Organic, a try today. Visit GutsyOrganic.com or find the retailer nearest you. That's Gutsy Organic, official partner of the Canton Classics. Be gutsy. You're not wrong, especially school starting up again. All those kids bringing home all them germs, man. You got to make sure your immune system's up to snuff for sure. Mm-hmm. This will be a Robert Johnson run. He's got some room, plenty of it as well. Gets to the 2nd level and gets a first down and more. As 1 run on first down, it gives them a new set of changes.
My goodness, now he was very close to taking it out to the house. If he could have just squirted right through between those 2 defenders right there, he was going to be gone. So a really nice job of the Motor City defense there. David Leathers, in particular, putting the stomp on the big man there. He's starting to get those legs churning now.
Hand off again. That's going to be to the outside, but nothing doing. They're going to say he got back to the original line of scrimmage. Holford with the tackle, but Rojo taken down pretty quickly.
Yeah, definitely. So not a whole lot right there. Every now and then you run into that. They are very, very run heavy, as we know. So probably not a deterrent to them to go back and try it again. I'm interested to see what they do here on this second down. We know what play they use so much at the end of that second quarter.
And we'll see if they do it again here. This is over the middle. That's exactly where they go, is over the middle. Not the same play, but it is going to be a Dillapre senior catch. It's 3rd and 1, and that'll create some decent selections out of the Canton playbook here.
Yeah, they seem very content to pass on second down and very comfortable with these third downs. Like you said, really good at third down conversions coming into the game today.
Toss play. Rojo got the first. Fairly easy. Had his feet and the ball over the yellow line pretty easily, and it's 1st and 10 for the Canton Classics.
A nice job, and that's one of those situations, yeah, you know where it's going and you know how to stop it, but can you? A guy like Robert Johnson, very tough to bring down, especially in situations like that.
2 to the left. Scar Patterson to the outside, puts it in Robert Johnson's hands on the flat route, and that is not going to go very far. We'll give him a yard, but he scampers out of bounds after breaking the tackle.
Yeah, that was Nicholas Warner right there, a previous All-Star back in season 17. That was a great little open field move. Wasn't able to bring the big man down, but what he did do is basically shove him out of bounds to where he couldn't turn the corner and move upfield, which he is so famous for.
2nd and 9. Single back look as Robert Johnson is back there. Linebackers creeping up to the line, maybe sending a blitz. Motor City may smell run here. It's a run to the right, so they sniffed it out, and they got the play done. Very good work on defense. Defensive line right where they need to be, and that is 3rd and 9 coming up.
Matthew Holford right there, number 93, 6'7", 297 pounds. All 5 seasons he's been here with Motor City, so a real anchor for this defense.
3 to the right, 1 to the left. On a dime look. Patterson over the middle. That one's caught. 1st down and more. Just about into field goal range. It's Ryan Owens one more time.
And at what part, if you're Motor City, do you start to get a little bit anxious watching this? Right now, their defense hasn't been able to stop anything. You know, it looks like they maybe got them behind the 8 ball. They come right back with a pass play like that. And I tell you what, another methodical drive, already approaching almost to the 5-minute mark here in this third quarter.
1st and 10, Robert Johnson toss play, left side. Actually, that's Rivera. Geronimo Rivera, sideline 10, 5, and down to the 3-yard line. That toss play was right out of the back pages of the playbook, and Motor City was not prepared.
Man, this Canton offense is playing beautifully tonight. And like you said, Chris, they weren't prepared at all. If anything, they were looking for Johnson to probably go around the right side. No, instead, they pitch it back left. And Rivera just doing a very, very nice job in wide open spaces there and setting up a really nice 1st down here.
And here we go. Geronimo Rivera, 6 carries, does not usually get that much work in the fullback spot. Goal line defense. Handoff through the middle, trying to reward Rivera, and he's not going to get there. It's Robert Johnson, sorry. 2nd and goal right at the goal line.
Well, Chris, they're doing a really good job of switching it up right now. I mean, this rotation of Rojo and Rivera has worked really well in this game and doing a nice job. And look here, you've got them. Obviously, they want to go right down the middle here.
Yep, absolutely. And why not? It's been down the middle for most of the game. Right side, Robert Johnson into his office. That's a touchdown. And Canton goes up 3 scores.
Let's give a credit to Rivera, number 24 right there, doing a great job. Take a look at this block. Paves the way, and of course Robert Johnson doing a nice job there to kind of shimmy off a defender as well. So a really good job. Again, it's one of those situations, I've mentioned it a couple times tonight. You even know which way they're going. We called the play before the snap, Chris, but man, when they're rolling like they are, it's just hard to stop them. It's hard to stop a train. Let's put it that way.
Classics putting up their 20th and 21st point onto the board as Rob Ems caps off a 10-play, 74-yard drive with that extra point. So Motor City, they're feeling it right now. Canton is feeling much better about things as they look to sit atop the North Division.
They really do. And now, you know, like you said, the loser of this game, Motor City, if they do lose, whoever it is, you got
Right.
Queen City right there, hot on their heels. We talked about that earlier. So, man, a lot of discombobulation in that division right now.
From the 2 on the return and taken down at the 28 is going to be the return man. That is Johan Sutherland. Taking a look, there's a lot to like about the video you are watching, and if you do like it, then I want you to smash that like button for me. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And the SFL produces over 400 events a year as well. There's no one else that brings you more football. Don't miss a minute of SFL or SFLM action and help the channel grow through your support. 1st and 10. Motor City gets the ball back, trying to bring themselves back. Draw play goes absolutely nowhere. 2nd and 10, and that is Christopher Dean on the carry, taken down fairly easily.
Yeah, he was absolutely just nothing there. LL Volt coming in for what I believe is his first tackle of the day. So he gets the name call there. A good job on that defensive line for him.
Throwing over the middle. That is nearly picked off. Probably should have been. Overthrew his target. King Jamal just about had his second of the day.
Every now and then you get a lucky break, and I think that right there was Motor City's, because any other time that's probably going back the opposite direction. And now they are faced already with a very quick 3rd down. These drives not lasting any time at all for Motor City.
Yeah, Michael Brown seems to be flustered in this spot, trying to bring his team back. 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Blitz showing for Canton. They do send 1. Linebacker blitz. Over the right side. Tipped and incomplete. That is a pass deflection is what they're going to say on that. It hit him on the shoulder, I believe. Connor Darien gets the stat. 4th down. Motor City likely going to punt this away.
Yeah, Connor Darien doing just enough to disrupt that play. And like you said, a couple seconds out on the field, and boy, nothing doing. That Motor City defense is already gassed, and it's going to have to come back out here barring some sort of mistake.
Yeah, that's exactly what we're looking at, is that punt end over end. Returnable from the 37-yard line and gets returned to the 40. So a 3-yard return on the back end of that. So here comes Canton's offense one more time as they look to continue these methodical, long-moving drives that they have so eloquently put into your living room tonight. 10-play touchdown earlier, an 11-play touchdown, and every touchdown drive they've had has been over the 10-play mark for Canton so far in this football game. Split backs on 1st down. That is a Geronimo Rivera toss play. Broken tackle past 1, and it is an 8-yard gain. Looks like he was shorted a little bit there, but either way, 2nd and 2.
Yeah, it definitely does, and a nice job right there. Take a look at this, bulldozing over a defender, and that right there, plays like that, man, you know that they're just feeling it right now. Canton's feeling good about themselves and what they're able to do, and how comfortable they are with their offensive scheme today.
21-3. Canton has the lead and the ball. That's a toss play to Robert Johnson. He's got a little more speed coming out of the backfield. Breaks through 1 tackle, but can't break through 2 other V8 defenders. 1st and 10, though, as he gets closer to or past midfield.
And again, like you said, they really did a nice job on the passing game today thus far. They've passed when it mattered, let's put it that way. It's not been their main focus, but really, when is it ever? They eat up clock and they eat up yardage with this ground game, and that's what they're doing. They're getting the majority of the yards on the ground, and then they go to the air when they need a big-time play. And again, sometimes just staying with what works for you, when you can do it good, that's what you need to stick to. No need to change things.
Blitz up the middle, nothing doing on the run as Robert Johnson's taken down at the line of scrimmage. The clock continues to tick away. We're getting closer to the end of this 3rd quarter, and Motor City, we're looking for something positive to give their fans some hope in this game. But Canton's defense and their offense have played extraordinarily well.
Yeah. Right now, they just need some sort of a silver lining.
Forcing a turnover would be in their best interest if they could do it. Knock on wood. Heavy set look on offense. And it is a run. Robert Johnson breaks through 1 tackle. Then tries to break through 2 more, and he will get 7 yards on that. He's had a good day. It is another tackle for Kane Vasquez. He's got a number of stops today. It's 3rd and 3.
Yeah, absolutely. One thing, you're right. They have had a number of stops. Very few times, though, have we seen it be after a yard or two. Man, it looks like they've just been able to eat up 4, 5, 6 yards of a run, really.
This is a run. Oh, it's a first down and more, and the slide is perfect. Wow, Scar Patterson putting the wheels on, and he gets the bus moving. First down and 10 for the Canton offense.
And let's give this guy a call right here. I mean, a nice job of managing. Scar Patterson's one of those guys. He knows what he has in the backfield. They know how this offense is set up, and he's a really good game manager. And when it comes to putting the ball in his hand and putting it on his shoulders, it may not happen often, but when the time comes, he's really good at doing something like that right there.
1st and 10. Hand off. Robert Johnson right side. He'll spin back inside and get to the 24-yard line after another 5-yard gain. More good work from the Canton offensive line that's been able to spring them for a majority of this game, really.
Yeah, and Robert Johnson, you see right there, you know, at that 100-yard mark, and this Motor City defense, you got to wonder, man, how much gas is left in the tank. You know, they're starting to look very tired, and understandably so.
Oh, big-time tackle in the backfield. Motor City gets a big 2nd down stop. That was necessary for Nicholas Warner, and it sets up a 3rd and 4.
It was. I was just talking about how they were starting to look a little lackadaisical out there. But, boy, nice job of Warner coming in, making the stop and shutting me up. That was a really nice play.
3rd and 4. And not going to get it. Make it 4th and 2 as they get their fourth failed conversion of the day. Canton does on 3rd down. They were 7 for 10 going into that play. Now a field goal attempt for Rob Ems. First one that hasn't been an extra point today from the right hash. Snap is high, handled well. Kick is up and on the way, and it is through. No issues. 24-3. 9 plays, 39 yards for the Classics, and they bang a field goal through from 37.
They do. I'd like to give a call to Matthew Holford right there. He was the one who come up with that big stop that really relegated them to the field goal attempt. And that's big. If you want a chance at getting back in this game, a touchdown, allowing a touchdown, wasn't going to cut it. So a nice job of coming up and stopping the drive.
Yep, needed that. Needed that for sure. Motor City going to get this ball back. Now is when they need to start putting points on the board. Maybe it starts with this return. Gets it back to the 26-yard line. No further than that. Tomorrow, the Pacific is front and center when Los Angeles visits Seattle at 6:30 p.m. Eastern, paired with the Vancouver Legion welcoming the Denver Night Wings. Then in the second block, under the lights, Gabriel Manning's Desperados welcome Hubba Kimball's Fury, plus Alamo City heads to Indy to face Ryan Roosevelt and the Ramblers. It all starts tomorrow, 6:30 p.m. Eastern on SFL YouTube. 1 second left. This is a run for, that is Bill Cherry, I believe. You know, it's Christopher Dean out there. He's got a good run, first down and more to end the 3rd quarter of play. We'll see it, but a nice job breaking through the one tackle and King Jamal to come over in the safety spot and make the hit.
Yeah, definitely. Nice play heading into the 4th. You're hoping to move the ball, Chris.
Put your numbers up. It's the 4th quarter, 24-3, Canton on top, and Motor City has the ball. Presentation of the Simulation Football League is intended for the private use of our audience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or account of the game without the express written consent of the league office is prohibited. Scores 12, 68s, and 86s welcome you back to Fatherhood Festival Field. 1st and 10 for Canton. 10 minutes on the clock, 1 more quarter to go, and Motor City desperately needs points, and then stops, and then more points. Handoff through the middle. Very good run defense, says nothing was happening there through that defensive line. Another big hit laid by the linebacker.
Yeah, a really good job right there. Like you said, a nice job by Dimitri Monzuma, calling his name now, getting in on the action. These linebackers, him and Mark Gronick, doing a good job locking things down today.
2nd and 9. Over the middle, that one's caught. Not much there, but it would be a 4-yard gain. And that's Noe Terrazas, first time we've called his name in a little while. SFL Music is unrivaled music to bring your stories to life, inspiring every production with the world's most robust and constantly refreshed music collection, state-of-the-art technology, and world-class customer service. APM Music's the official soundtrack of the Simulation Football League. To explore their library and find the perfect tracks for your projects, visit apmmusic.com. That one's over the middle and a catch at the 39-yard line. Terrazas, he gets streaky sometimes. He's got 2 catches in a row here.
Yeah, he's streaking now. I'm telling you what, that was impressive because that was critical is what it was. They needed that. One great job by the offensive line standing in there, letting Michael Brown have enough time. Like we said, Michael Brown looked a little bit rattled, and it was nice that the offensive line was able to buy him some time to really read the routes. And as you said, that was Terrazas there coming up with another reception. Hopefully that'll kick this drive in gear for them.
To the left in the I formation. This will be a throw right side, plenty on the blitz, and a broken tackle sets up Phil Koss, the tight end, 1st and 10, out towards the 20-yard line, and they'll have it just shy of the red zone.
Yeah, they will. And this is the offense you really wanted to see all day long from Motor City, and the one we thought we would see. But, credit to the Canton defense, honestly. They've done a nice job not allowing plays like that. Let's just be honest. So maybe Canton playing a little bit softer right now, letting them have the stuff underneath. But we'll see if Motor City can convert.
Last time Motor City was this deep in opponent territory, they threw an interception in the end zone. See what they can do here. 1st and 10, back to the line of scrimmage, and actually loses a yard in the process. Christopher Dean makes it 2nd and 11.
And I know they want to run. And the run is an important part to both of these teams' ground games. But with the time you have left and the amount of points that you're down, Chris, I think you got to go to the end zone and quickly, honestly.
2nd and 11, 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Handoff. Got to get at least a couple here on this play. Get it to 3rd and 6. That's manageable. Christopher Dean finds it. And now Motor City, who has not had a fantastic game on 3rd down. They're only 3 for 7. Could really use a conversion here to get back to 50%.
Yeah, big time play in this game right here, Chris.
Got to get it to the 10 for a 1st down. Linebacker blitz. Here they come. Looking to throw it. Left side. Caught for the touchdown. Motor City desperately needed that. It is Noe Terrazas who finds it.
So interesting. Like you said, he'll get hot, and you'll hear, his name called a couple of times, and then you won't. But, boy, it's nice when he shows up, especially for this team. Oh, a nice job right there. A nice adjustment. It looked like there was some really good coverage there. He kind of shimmied off a receiver, turned his body in the direction of the pass. Nice timing by quarterback and receiver there. And like you said, that was critical if they wanted to even have a chance at making a comeback in that one. They needed to get 6 on the board.
This is going to be a chance to add on the extra point, and they do. No issues there from Caleb Richards. So 8 plays, 74 yards, didn't take a lot of time off the clock. I don't expect an onside kick here. However, this becomes Canton's opportunity to really eat away at this clock and take control of the rest of this football game. Kick is up and gone. There's a chance on the return out to the 20. That is Dillapre Sr. on the return. He'll get it all the way down to the 30-yard line. That's a fantastic return. Now's their chance to do just that. Eat away at this clock. Their drives have been 5 minutes or longer a couple different times tonight. They could use one of those right here.
Definitely, my friend. And that's their bread and butter. That's what they are good at. Like you said, scoring drives of 10 plays, 11 plays. I mean, these guys know how to move the ball. And moving the ball, this is where that offense works so well, is when they're in control. Now, when they're playing behind, this scheme doesn't work as well. But when they're out front like this and in the driver's seat, this is tailor-made for them.
7:22 left in this 4th quarter. Canton has the football, 1st down at their own 30. Throw left side, that's caught. Quick pass and catch. Over the left side, Teranio Rivera, the fullback, with the reception, 1st down.
A great job by Teranio Rivera. We've called his name a bunch tonight, and he's very, very talented in that regard. We saw him as a blocker. We saw him as the main halfback at times, and then now, getting in on it as a receiver. And, hey, take a look at the stats that Patterson's putting up, too. great, really quiet, but man, you're not seeing a lot of incompletions either.
You're not. He's been more efficient than not. He hasn't needed to be flashy. Not by any stretch. This will be a handoff to Robert Johnson, who gets a couple of yards and lets that clock tick, tick, tick away, make it 2nd and 8.
Absolutely. So, yeah, going back to the point of Patterson there, like we said, he's a really good game manager, and we talked about that. He makes the big plays when he needs to. He knows when to check it down. He knows when to take off with it because he does have mobility. And sometimes the flashiness of this backfield, sometimes his good stats get lost in that, so definitely worth a call.
2nd and 8, I formation look for Canton. Defensive line spreads out a little bit for Motor City. Should be expecting a run here, I would think. Play clock down to 6. It is a run through the right side. Robert Johnson breaks a couple of tackles and gets enough for the first down past midfield. That is really good work from them. Monday Night Spectaculars return this week with our first flex of the season. The 5-3 Arizona Scorpions will welcome the 4-4 Portland Fleet in primetime October 2nd. This week in the SFL, 7:15 kickoff, 8:15. The playoffs are almost here, and you won't want to miss this crucial matchup in the race. 1st and 10. I believe we're going to have Mike O'Neill back for that as well, if I'm not mistaken. That is a Robert Johnson run out to the 35-yard line. Another first down and more license to let the clock tick away.
Yeah, the Cain Vasquez there coming in up at the top there, finishing off that tackle. And I tell you what, I seen a little bit of frustration in that, the way they brought him down right there. Take a look at that, kind of slinging him to the ground. They're so frustrated. They haven't been able to stop Robert Johnson at all in this game today. And like you said, they know every time that they get one of these first downs, the clock bleeds a little bit more, and this defense is just watching the game slip away from them.
Yeah, they haven't been able to make a stop on Robert Johnson very often in this game. There's another one. Oh, a spine buster there at the 28-yard line. Good Lord, Robert Johnson hit the deck hard. A couple of yards added on, 2nd and 3.
Yeah, they're getting physical. Like you can tell, there's just a lot of frustration. You even feel it up here from watching the game, that this defense just not able to stop what they know is coming to them.
And off Robert Johnson one more time. Going to try to shimmy past the line, and he won't gain anything on that. 2nd and 3, or so 3rd and 3 coming up, and Rodney Panani hits the deck, and he's not moving he's moving pretty gingerly out there as they will take a look at him.
Man, you hate to see that. Certainly hope it's something that they can go get him checked out on the sidelines for and get him back in the game. This defense is hurting right now in many ways, honestly, and losing somebody right now is not what you want, especially when you're in a situation like this.
3rd and 2. Split backs. Can get it to the 25 for a first down. Canton's been in the possession driver's seat for most of the night. This is a first down, but I think we'll be taking another look at this one. Robert Johnson thinks he got it. You can see him nodding there on the ground, but I really don't think so.
Yeah, I don't know. The only thing I can think of is maybe that right forearm there, when it come forward, it was just enough to get the conversion. They must have had a good look at it down there on the field, and
yeah.
You know what that means, more time off the clock here.
Yep, and not only that, but no challenge either, and that is going to leave the challenge in the pocket of Motor City, and they'll let the first down stand. 4:25 left in this 4th quarter. There's a Robert Johnson run across the formation through the sweep, and that is a 4-yard gain. And this is exactly what Canton wanted to bleed this clock down. They've already taken 3 minutes plus off. They're about to pass the 4-minute threshold of time of possession for this drive, with which they want to bleed it away.
Really incredible just how good this offense is when they get out front like this of clock management.
I'll put Rivera in motion. He'll move to the left of the formation. Seven on the play clock. And a handoff. Robert Johnson again continues to bully his way through. How did he keep those legs churning there? That is impressive strength and physicality from the Canton halfback.
Yeah, the guy is just perfectly conditioned too, isn't he? I mean, just the strength for days. I mean, he very rarely do you see him get wrapped up in a single tackle. And if anything, he knocks guys over like dominoes. Once they start falling, a couple more fall before they can bring him down.
3rd and inches coming up. Again, Motor City needs to stop in the worst way, and Canton not in the business of letting them get it, at least so far. Two on the play clock. They do snap it. This will be another handoff on the draw and another first down. Robert Johnson gets it. First down, creative play called there on the draw play, having him come from the left and take the handoff.
And we have saw them actually capitalize on the draw plays earlier, haven't we, Chris? You know, that has worked to their advantage as well. We don't see them often, but when they do call them hard to stop, they sell it so well right there. And boy, I've been in this situation before as a fan, watching your team trying to do everything they can to stop an offense and the clock just ticking. Man, it's excruciating. I feel for Motor City this evening having to watch this.
Credit absolutely Canton, though. Putting them in this position. 2:27 left. 2 on the play clock. They snap it there. Another handoff. This one for Johnson again, and he'll get a few more yards. It's methodical, surgical, precise, no penalties, disciplined. Use a ton of adjectives. That's the way this drive has been. 2nd and 6.
You're exactly right, Chris. And another thing to mention, it feels like this team, with what they're doing, they're picking at the right time. Let's put it that way as we head into this end of the regular season with a playoff push coming.
2-minute warning. 120 seconds left in this game, and Canton's not done bleeding it away. A high formation look. Handoff left side. Robert Johnson again gets a couple more yards. They can get a first down at the half-yard line. And if they do that, then this game is basically over as Motor City starts using their timeouts.
Yeah, now they're going to have to start burning their timeouts. And like you said, if they get a first down at the half-yard line, well, then this game is over. But I tell you, the way that Robert Johnson's running, if they get that far, they probably won't stop there.
Correction, it's actually at the 1 either way. The 13th play of this soul-sucking drive. Robert Johnson, end zone, touchdown. They put them out of their misery. Robert Johnson has put it in the end zone, and Canton's going to get the win.
There's the nail in the coffin, right? I mean, that's exactly, I guess as you would say also, that's dotting the I's and crossing all the T's there too. You're going to leave here with a really impressive game. I mean, my goodness, an offensive production that I don't know that we have seen in this season. Not of this type, not of this. We talked about the long plays. Think about this, Chris. 10 plays, 11 plays, 12 plays. This was a 13, 14-play drive. Yep. We thought we saw it all heading into this, but no. That was the kicker right there.
Kick is up, and it is good. And it is a 13-play, 70-yard drive, taking 5.5 minutes off of the clock. We called for a drive that needed to be long and sustained, and that's exactly what we got from Canton. Now Motor City's backs are up against the wall, down 21 points, and probably singing the swan song.
Yeah, definitely. Barring some sort of miracle, Canton is on their way to the top of the division.
Kick is up and gone. It will be deeper into the end zone, then will be returnable, so we'll touch it back. And this ball will get out to the 20-yard line. So that will put the 2 minutes to go. Motor City not going to sit on their hands here. They're going to try and do something with this football. So we'll at least get something to watch here for the last couple of minutes. Maybe they can put a drive together in pretty quick succession. They need a score, then an onside kick, and then a score, and then an onside kick, and then another score to tie the game. Over the middle. Tipped and nearly put the game away there. It's incomplete.
Man, I tell you what, I feel like there's going to be a couple of people that, the game balls are going to be up for consideration. Let's put it that way. But I tell you what, if you could just give one whole cumulative one, I'd have to give it to this Canton defense. This has been just a really master class in playing defense against what's definitely a tough team.
Game ball is a team ball. 2nd and 10. Seven seconds left on the play clock here. Finally, they snap it. Look to throw right side. Nothing doing there as he's going to get stopped at the line of scrimmage. Something I never mentioned is it'll be a timeout by Motor City. The uniforms that Canton are wearing tonight goes all, it's a throwback all the way to the 1920s. The Canton, we got to get the name right here. I want to make sure that I've got it. It's the Canton Bulldogs from 1920, the first NFL franchise here in Canton, Ohio. The uniforms are modeled after them. That is impressive on the devotion to history that this classics organization has taken hold of. That ball over the middle, incomplete. 4th down for Motor City, and they'll obviously go for it.
Absolutely. Talking about those uniforms, Chris, Canton is such a storied place. I encourage anybody who ever has an opportunity to go up and visit this town. They're all about football, and I tell you what, they've got a winning team on their hands after tonight, I do believe.
They'll be 5-4 after tonight. 4th down for Motor City. This is essentially your ball game. Got to get it to the 30-yard line for the 1st down. That is tipped at the line, and that is going to do it. Canton's going to get this ball back. Turnover on downs, and they can kneel it down to end the ball game.
Yeah, and that's just a little whimper, isn't it, really? I mean, to kind of go out like that. You hate it for Motor City because, such a talented team. But, yeah, this defense just shut them down, and that one just falls to the ground. And now if you're Motor City, you get ready and pack things up and look towards the future and next week's game.
Yeah, fair enough. And Canton going to be looking ahead as well as they have the top spot in the North Division. And they'd be something to think about come the end of the regular season, what their matchup's going to be, if they can get, if they can finish the job and get in. Don't forget, you got Queen City back there too. Queen City in a pivotal game this weekend as well to keep pace with Canton and maybe put themselves in the 2nd spot, potentially over Motor City. But this has been a fun one, all told. Canton showed why they may not be the flashiest team in the SFL from an offensive standpoint, but man, do they get into the gritty areas, into the dirty areas along the trenches, and they win a lot of those battles when things are going right.
They sure do. And it's like you said, when they get out front like that, that's when they're at their most dangerous. We've talked about this before. Sometimes this design doesn't work well when you're trying to play, from behind. But, boy, I tell you what, you let them get a lead on you, and they can just suck the life out of your team. My goodness.
It's a lot of fun to watch as far as that goes. So we'll see where Canton goes in their remaining games. We'll see where Motor City ends up as well, as they started out hot and then got really kind of quiet and a little bit I don't want to say laissez-faire, but they're having some issues that they got to work out. Some mid-season adversity has turned into late season adversity for them. So
yes.
35 seconds left. This will be the last kneel down.
Yeah, Chris, talking about this coming into today's game, Motor City's last 2 losses been 20 points or more. Now make that 3. Got to stop the bleeding.
Yep. I have to do it somewhere. This will be a field goal attempt up and add 3 more points. So if you got the under, you probably have it. 44 total points, says Rob Ems. Kicks another one through. High snap handled well. And add 3 more.
Yeah, just to tack a little bit onto that lead. Good practice right there for the kicking unit, of course. Always nice to see them get on the board. They're a couple field goals late in this game. With 15 seconds left, you just expect them to try to maybe throw something up. A little Hail Mary or something.
Yeah, let's see what they do. 15 seconds left. It does not get any easier for Motor City. They go back home to face the 7-1 Florida Storm after this week is done. And on the other side, Atlanta is going to be coming to town to take on these Classics in 1 week's time as well. Carolina and DC, the other 2 games for Canton, and it looks like Charleston and Queen City, the last 2 games for Motor City, with a bye week in the middle there. So good stuff. What a game for Canton. 34-10 is what this one is likely going to end up as long as Motor City doesn't pull a Motor City miracle out to get the score closer. But it's good stuff all around. Michael Brown, left side. That one's caught. 1st and 10. Out to the 39. The 40 is where they'll mark him. And that will finish things up. Last play of the game right there. 34-10. Canton comes out on top over Motor City in a game that will push them to the top of the North Division. Cameron Duty, your thoughts as we get to postgame?
Well, just like you said, Chris, Canton, take a look at that. Total yards, 383 for the Canton Classics, and so many of them. Look at the rushing yards, 241. 3rd down conversions, we talked about it coming into the game. There it is. Out of 15, they converted on 12. Incredible. And then the times in the red zones, we said they need to be efficient. And this is what's so fun about it. We said they need to be efficient. They were 4 for 4. So they did everything we could ask for. And look at that time of possession. 24 and a half minutes to 15 by Motor City. And Michael Brown, look at this rating. Over 80, and just a good job. Only 2 incompletions, managing the game. And obviously, Robert Johnson right there. I'm going to give him my game ball. How do you not? 3 touchdowns. Like I said, 163 yards. I mean, the guy just did a fantastic job. And Canton, a lot to be excited about. And like I said, I think they're peaking at an important, pivotal time in this series, in the year, Chris, if I'm being honest with you, my friend. I think that they really put a lot of people on notice with this win today. And now you've got a brand new top of the line right there with Canton at the top of the division in the North.
And they go 4-0 now in the all-time matchup against Motor City. For Cameron Duty, for Cameron Duty and Cameron Irvine and the rest of the Stats Truck, I'm Chris Curtis saying goodbye and good night. We'll see you for the rest of the Friday night block and all the games Saturday and Sunday. Have a good night, everybody.